All right, everyone. Welcome back to Superbike Intelligence, the home of the fastest news, the boldest predictions, and the bikes that keep us all awake at night, imagining the future. If you're new here, make sure you hit like, drop a comment with what you want to see next, and of course subscribe so you don't miss any of the crazy new machines coming our way. Today, we're talking about something absolutely massive. Yamaha's next-gen R1X concept. The bike that could redefine superbikes entirely. This isn't just an update. This isn't just an evolution. This is Yamaha quietly preparing for a revolution. So picture this. The R1, a bike that has carried Yamaha's superbike legacy for decades, suddenly evolves into something that feels like it was pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie. That's the vibe the R1X gives off the moment you see it. Sleeker than anything Yamaha has ever produced. Sharper edges, more sculpted bodywork, and a silhouette that almost looks like the bike is doing 100 meps standing still. It's low, aggressive, futuristic, the kind of machine that makes you freeze in place and go, yup, that's the future right there. What really catches your eye first is the front end. Yamaha seems to be leaning into this new stealth fighter aesthetic. Slim LED blades for headlights, integrated aerodynamic channels, and a redesigned intake that sits lower and wider than the current R1. And if the rumors are true, the R1X is shaping up to be the most aerodynamic Yamaha superbike ever created. They've been experimenting with hidden winglets, adjustable ducts, and even some active aero tech similar to what we've seen in MotoGP. Not the exaggerated wings we see on some superbikes today, but smoother, cleaner surfaces that shift subtly depending on speed and throttle. Again, Yamaha isn't trying to make the bike look extreme. They're trying to make it look inevitable. Now let's talk power, because this is where things get wild. Yamaha has reportedly been developing a next-gen hybrid system for a superbike for years now. Not to make it a commuter hybrid, but to give it a literal turbo boost button. Yeah. Imagine the classic cross-plane engine we all love. Still screaming, still raw, still very Yamaha, but paired with a compact electric assist system designed for instant torque. No waiting, no lag. Just a punch of acceleration that hits like an electric hyperbike merging with a MotoGP machine. Early whispers say the electric unit could add up to 20-40 horsepower on demand, giving the R1X that explosive mid-range that modern superbikes struggle to achieve without forced induction. And the craziest part? Yamaha seems to be taking this even further by exploring a regenerative system that activates on heavy braking, storing just enough charge for the next corner exit, so every time you slow down, the bike prepares to slingshot you out of the turn. It's like the bike is constantly alive, constantly recovering, constantly ready. But don't worry, this isn't Yamaha abandoning the spirit of the R1. They know exactly what the fans want. That cross-plane soundtrack isn't going anywhere. The inline-4 engine is still expected to be the heart of the R1X, but now it's tuned for cleaner emissions and higher efficiency, without losing that signature bark. Think of it as Yamaha using hybrid tech, not to replace the engine, but to let the engine be even more unhinged. And here's something that caught everyone off guard. The R1X might actually get some light off-road capability. Sounds insane, right? A superbike going off-road? But Yamaha has seen what Ducati did with the Desert X, what Aprilia did with the Touareg, what the adventure market is becoming. And they want to create a new category. The idea is not dirt bike level off-road. It's more like, imagine a superbike that can handle broken tarmac, bumpy mountain paths, or aggressive touring roads without rattling your teeth out. Slightly longer suspension travel, adaptive damping, a hybrid boost that helps on uphill terrain, and traction systems tuned for loose surfaces. Not a dirt monster, but a superbike you're not terrified to take off the perfect racetrack. Yamaha might call it a crossover superbike. A bike that can attack a circuit on Sunday, demolish a canyon road on Tuesday, and cruise over rough surfaces on Friday without shaking itself apart. If they pull this off, they're not just upgrading the R1, they're creating something totally new. Speaking of new, the inside of the cockpit is getting a full future refresh. Think massive full-width TFT screen, customizable layouts, connection with helmet HUDs, and possibly even a built-in AI riding assistant that adjusts engine maps, damping, and hybrid delivery based on how you ride. Yamaha has already dipped their toes into semi-active rider aids, but the R1X seems like it's going all in. The idea is to give riders not just modes, but actual adaptive intelligence. You don't choose settings, the bike learns you. And for touring or everyday riders, Yamaha is expected to add phone mirroring, integrated navigation, safety overlays, and even lean angle-based turn-by-turn instructions. Basically, it's the closest thing to a motorcycle interior upgrade we've seen on a superbike. Now, comparing this to past R1 models, the difference is almost shocking. The old R1 was raw, mechanical, loud, and honestly, kind of wild. The newer R1 refined that with electronics and MotoGP-inspired tech. But the R1X feels like Yamaha blending the best of both eras, the mechanical soul of the old bike with the intelligence of the new one. This isn't the next update. This is the next chapter. Pricing is where things get interesting. With hybrid tech, active aerodynamics, and a chassis that may rival some MotoGP R&D, Yamaha isn't going to price this casually. Early estimates predict somewhere in the range of $24,000 to $28,000 in the UK, $25,000 to $30,000 in the US, and around $28,000 to $32,000 in Europe. That puts it right in the premium superbike category, beside Ducati's Panigale V4 SP, BMW's M1000RR, and Aprilia's RSV4 Factory. But the difference is, none of those bikes have hybrid boost tech. None of them offer that future-proof energy system. And none of them have Yamaha's unique cross-plane recipe mixed with electric torque. So even at a premium price, the R1X might actually be a bargain for what it brings to the table. So where does this leave us? Yamaha, a company that built its superbike reputation on emotion, sound, and rider feel, is now stepping into a future where technology becomes part of that emotion. The R1X isn't just about going faster, it's about redefining what a superbike can be, what it should be, and what the next decade of riding will look like. Imagine owning a bike that can whisper silently through a neighborhood on electric assist, then roar to life with a cross-plane scream the moment you hit the open road. A bike that can charge through corners with instant electric torque, but still feels like a traditional superbike under your body. A bike you can take on rough surfaces without feeling like you're punishing it. A bike that adapts, learns, and evolves with you. That's the promise of the Yamaha R1X. And whether every feature in this concept makes it to production or not, one thing is certain. Yamaha is preparing to shake up the entire superbike universe. Before we wrap up, I want to know your thoughts. Would you buy a hybrid superbike? Do you think Yamaha will actually release something this bold? And what part excites you the most? The hybrid boost, the Aero, the off-road crossover idea? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment, and I love seeing what the Superbike intelligence community thinks about these future machines. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into upcoming bikes, make sure you like the video, comment below, and subscribe so you never miss the next hit of two-wheel adrenaline. This is Superbike Intelligence, and the future of superbikes is looking insane.